Previously, if we could get like 150, 200 likes, it would motivate me more to get this out as fast as I could. Well, I'd say that went pretty well. Sorry for the long delay. Long story short, finals week almost turned into my final week. And right after finals ended, Tears of the Kingdom came out. Yeah, I have no excuse for that. But other than that, I've been trying to write a part 2 for so long, but would always come up empty-handed. Mainly because of two things. One, I've read the criticism, and I agree. I'll admit, some of my points may have been kind of a stretch. That and the ball knowledge in that video was outdated as hell. In a desperate attempt to relate the concepts to real life, I reduced my ball knowledge to American level. At that point, the only thing that separated me from them was that I didn't call it soccer. To make things clear, Blue Lock is not realistic. I never meant to say that. I thought my intro made it very clear that Blue Lock is far from reality. I just thought it would be cool to see what aspects of Blue Lock could be applied to real life. So if you want to watch realistic football, what are you doing? Go watch Aoashi then. Also, I'll admit, I was exaggerating my point on having star players and egotistical strikers. In the end, football is still a team sport, and you need a well-rounded team in order to win. But we love Blue Lock because it is stupid. In a good way. I just love its over-the-top nature. It gives the show a different kind of sports anime flavor. So, instead of comparing Blue Lock to real life, I want to go over what Blue Lock can teach us. Plus, that copyright claim still haunts me to this day. I am never using World Cup footage again. In terms of mentality, I think Blue Lock teaches us that to become the best, you must believe you are the best. There should not be a single fiber of doubt in your mind. Even if there are people objectively better than you, having the mindset that you are and will be the best can be the best way towards improvement. It gives you a reason to train and improve. Nobody wants to train if they know there'll be some subpar mid-tier player. Out of all the young talents joining academies, only less than 1% of them will become a professional. So what makes you think you are in that 1% if you don't have even a bit of ego? And don't confuse this with being greedy with the ball. Ignoring some outliers, all the players have massive egos but still work together as long as they believe they are worth passing to. Even if they are egoistic, they still understand that teamwork and coordination are necessary. They just have the mindset needed to improve constantly. In high school, they would always teach us about having a growth mindset. And as much as I was sick of them constantly pushing that motto down our throats, deep down, I knew it was true. Instead of saying, this is too hard, you should say, how can I change my strategy? Instead of thinking, I've done all I could, say, could I have done better? I feel like Jinpachi Ego's plan was to plant that mindset in their heads using the Blue Lock project. So, in some way, egoism is still needed in order to succeed. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about something new. Instinct. Just a quick warning, this will involve spoilers from the U20 match in the manga, which I highly suggest you read. Alright, you've been warned. In the tryouts for the U20 match, Isagi fails to find his footing playing with Rin and Shido. Even if Isagi can perfectly adjust according to them, his body cannot keep up with the pace of their plays. And that is simply because of the difference in their physical capabilities. A skill issue, if you must. But Hiyori tells him that if you only start moving after you think about it, it'll be too late. And as much as that contradicts with who Isagi is, this actually rings true in real-life football. According to this article, it says that Neymar's brain activity in a match is lesser than 10% of that of an amateur player. The researcher claims that reduced brain activity means less burden, which allows the player to perform many complex movements at once. All that time and energy you spend thinking can be used to actually do something. In the words of Tom Cruise himself, don't think, just do. God damn it, I was doing so well! After the tryouts, Ego introduces the concept of flow. According to Jinpachi Ego, it is the total immersion in a certain task to the point that you don't even recognize the passage of time. You ever sit down to watch a Netflix show or play a video game, and the moment you stand up from your chair, it's suddenly 3 AM? Basically that, but way more productive. Throughout the entire series, we have seen many instances of players experiencing a flow state, and Ego teaches the players how to replicate that. And that is what he likes to call challenge-centered focus. In order to achieve a flow state, you need a certain balance of challenge and skill. If a task is too easy, a person would get bored. If a task is too hard, they will get worried or anxious. But if you can find that fine line in the middle, you will be able to achieve a state of bliss in whatever task you are doing. If you can perfectly understand what you are capable of, while being able to set realistic goals for yourself, you will be faced with a challenge that isn't too daunting while still being difficult enough to give you enjoyment. This is a lesson that can easily be applied to anything you do in life. Being able to understand how to get yourself in the zone when doing any task can lead to a far more productive lifestyle. Okay, story time. I wrote part 1 of this video in nearly one sitting. I was just going about my day, sitting in class. Then suddenly a video idea just instantly popped in my head. And I knew the second I got that video idea, I just had to start writing then and there. Now, I knew how long it took my first video to make, and I realized that I mentally cannot handle making a 20-minute video right now. So considering that, and the fact that it's my second video ever, I decided to keep it at around 9 minutes. I chose a video duration that was challenging for me, but not impossible. The entire video concept was also far more ambitious than my first video. But realizing that I had a lot of experience in the sport, I was confident in my ability to talk about it. Looking back, I was able to pick a video idea that would challenge my current ability, but something I was confident enough in tackling. This allowed me to easily find the motivation and discipline to finish it before my trip abroad. Man, I wish I could have that focus right now. My life is a mess. Being in a flow state is the greatest feeling ever. And learning how we can get ourselves into one can be a great benefit to life in general. We need to constantly challenge ourselves in everyday life or we will never grow as people. And as revealed by Ego, the purpose of developing strong egos was to channel that ego into developing players who can easily achieve a flow state. Realizing this, Isagi, alongside the rest of the players, make it their goal to be able to channel that flow state, which could easily change the tide in their match. And with that, the U20 match begins. And let me just say, the pure hype of this game is unmatched. But I will leave that for you guys to see. Thank you for watching. All the support I've been getting is just crazy. And don't worry, I will be getting my shit together from now on. We are so back. Until college fucks me over, of course.